and it's delicious.
How are you all doing? Welcome to MMR night. It's a late. It might be a little bit of shorter stream just because I'm low energy. I'm low energy as fuck. Accidentally got pushed back onto a schedule that actually matches what time zone I'm in, which I didn't mean to. But I completely lost yesterday sleeping because I was really tired.
Yeah, so I had
hold on, what's this?
What's a very secret thing?
Enjoying a yum yum? Hell yeah. Hi, Jimmy. Yeah.
Armstrong has been taken into Fox Tech industrial custody. Suspected predator bearing trial.
Yes, I hydrate. I'm otherwise doing okay besides being fucking tired.
Tyler is in custody. Allegedly.
Allegedly?
I'll believe that when I see it. Yeah, if I see him prop up in a fucking Lotus lobby on this weekend, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. I'm doing things as Jaden. Jaden's got money to throw around.
It's fair.
It's like, he's got money to throw around, but it's like, well, I might as well cause, like I might as well screw with some shitty people with it.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea.
Yeah, now if somebody's hiding from me, and
it's like if he can pay off one idiot to deal with another idiot, then well, that's two idiots he doesn't have to worry about.
Confrontation
and in the game,
there actually is. So I was kind of focused on being security, and that was about it. I had no other plan.
Yeah, to be fair, I think a lot of the OG like we were like fucking sprinting to make the characters for like an RP that we never got a part of.
Yeah,
so a lot of us just came in with like the bare bones of ideas, and then we just built it out later.
We bare bones.
That's why. That's why I just went with a SIG model and just recolored. It's literally a palette swap. Like, if I can, let's see if I can find the. God, I'm gonna have to dig deep for this one. Where are
Did you have like a full plan for Kise when you first joined? Like when MMR was coming into.
It's define full plan because like I had a background, I had a basic concept.
You see, you just had like, so you were like me. You just had a basic concept. You were like, I'm a yokai pipe.
Yep.
X. That's it.
Yep. Pretty much. Well, I mean, I had the backstory written up to the point of getting to the guild with Jaden, but that was pretty much
server processing.
Place the character in the
playground. Well, in fact, did you make Kise for that other roleplay, or did you make her strictly for Metaverse? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, his.
Because I know.
All the
I think Jaden was like the last one to come in.
Yeah, all the original, like the first wave.
There we go.
Yeah.
Made it for the other roleplay.
Yeah, this is literally just
Jaden was not designed for that roleplay. He came in when everyone was moving to Metaverse.
The original.
And I literally slapped him together in like half an hour.
This was just I made
basically all my stuff was was made up to the except for that part because that was the Metaverse part because they wouldn't have fucking they wouldn't have British museums and that.
Well, you know, I figured people would slip up, and I was expecting that. But for it to repeatedly, consistently happen, even after he corrected them, he's like, "Who the fuck is Sigurd?" I don't know Sigurd.
Everyone just thinks you're lying. and then you made it true that you were lying.
Connections. We're all trying to make connections. We're all like didn't know each other. Like I didn't talk to you much. I had no idea who Flint was, that type of thing. So we're all just like improvising with each other. So it was just like, yeah. I don't know what this is got for.
Yeah, it did help that half of the OGs were also part of Carytown, so they already knew Sigurd.
Yep.
So that's what you have to deal with. Like if I made it like palette swap to ebb and flow, people would just be like, "What the fuck? That's just ebb and flow." I can't get away from that now. It's been years.
I didn't have the. It's flowing. I just didn't have the time to create a whole ass new model.
Yeah, no. The only reason I had the Dias model made, like the OG. Oh my god, wait, I can do it.
The OG eyes with no
The
working
thick bushy
visions.
dad mustache, yeah.
Yes. That's how quickly it was turned out. There was no vibe shapes.
Next thing you know, I'm reincarnated.
Oh, I remember that.
This apparently this model is not
Wake up, do a bump, wide out.
Her scarred variant
does not really like the hips doing some weird stuff.
Greened out, then I turned
Mm. The spine and one arm bone might be slightly off. Yeah! Let's
So
go!
that's a
OG.
fucking- that's a throwback.
With nothing in the back.
Yeah!
Green hair.
Oh yeah, a
Without
little
the
bit.
white stripe.
Yeah, before he got the stripe.
I mean, Ifrit is
Oh yeah, no.
This one has the-
This is not the original. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this has a white stripe.
Oh my god. This is the original. I was wrong.
Come on, VRChat. Come on.
Oh, I've got to add the
has made their own
emission map to the runes on the sword now.
because
E.
I need to do a combat model
There
for
he
Jaden
is.
just in case. Go on, like
Here it
this
is.
is technically all I got with these naive magic.
I have nothing on this
I
model.
remember this.
It has the original icons and expressions of the original model, like this is based off of, but it doesn't work
Yeah.
because they're all turned off. So it's nothing. Also,
Ah,
his
yes,
mouth is
ventriloquist
moving,
eyes.
it's still not working.
Amazing.
Ventriloquist eyes is fabulous.
Fucking, like, okay, so speaking of combat models, I have this rapier ass that
Oh, no
I'm
die
using,
today.
and
Let's
like,
go.
Yeah.
He would have stopped using it a long time ago, but that toggle was broken.
Right.
I assumed like because they were both
Only
included in
I
the
could
prefab
see
that I could use
the
both.
block.
But then
Does it still work with like
the
Fenrir toggle?
I mean,
Guys,
let me.
this happens.
I think I fixed that, but yes! Good.
It to be like that.
It's scissors.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
Skizzers!
Oh, I see.
That's unfortunate.
That's new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you got the color now.
Summon Leviathan.
Cause like and the
This
thing is,
hasn't happened yet.
you can see my reason is that when I put it back,
Smile.
it returns to their original
Spoilers.
positions, and I assumed that I could just go whoop, rapier dagger, but nope.
No, I can see where you fucked that up, where that's fucked up, and it's somewhere in the Percastrate animation.
Yeah, it's just like definitely a scissor pose. Just like
Chopsticks now.
gotta get there at Joanne's while they're still some of them are still around. And gotta get that fabric cut.
Let me do your hair. I'm just
Oh my
just off the top,
gosh.
right? Yeah.
Oh, Jaden's guy is the
Okay, Edward Scissorhands.
Totally
You gotta
talking to Courtney.
him.
Oh my god, what the fuck, Ryan?
Oh my god, Courtney!
Concealable.
Yes, tell him, give me that good gossip.
I have so many.
Wait, I forgot.
He was talking to Courtney when he is totally dating Janice at the moment, and you know that they're an item. What the fuck is he doing?
Because Jaden's got like this massive
remember
ass
his
fucking
tiny
bowl that
glasses?
Roland had commissioned
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, the pince nez.
I miss the tiny glasses.
It is for general public.
I think it's like
Yeah,
the.
so that's just.
He canonically lost his suit, by the way. This was confiscated.
It was so sad.
I think it's a bow made from
We'll take him
parts.
suit shopping
Who
and buy
stole his
another one.
fucking suit?
Oh my god.
That's
I need to see if I
very
fix this.
funny that you say sushi because that's what started all of it.
Yeah.
Oh come on, VRChat. I just want to see if I
Come on.
fix this.
Come on. Come on. I believe in you, VRChat. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
I like.
Come on,
I
server.
like how the whole saga of Eyes getting the white stripe started because Maddie wanted cookies
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
started extorting
There we go.
Jaden. And so Jaden's just like,
Fluffy
okay, I
hair.
know I learned
Changed
this. And
literally
then he
nothing to
goes to
this
Eyes and is like,
aside
hey,
from
you
the-
should learn this.
Yep. Well, he learned from Thorgar, and then he taught
Yeah, that's where Jane learned it from. So Jane learned it from Thorgar, and then,
Oh, yeah.
then
God
Jane's just
damn
like,
it.
hey, go
Oh.
talk to Thorgar.
No, I didn't. The world constraints fucked.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds
Damn.
me. I got an avatar set up that I've been trying to get.
This
This
was
is on a Kino's journey.
A quick
Is there a character I can bring to
prototype
places?
Oh.
And now,
I speedran setting this
Uh,
up
yeah.
in 30 minutes.
I
Today.
can't actually get on.
Nope.
Oh well. Yeah,
Oh, there you go,
now
there you
I'm
go.
on the bike.
Woo!
But
Oh, it worked. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I would have to like
How this works
sit
properly.
down.
Mm-hmm.
But the world constraint, the world constraint doesn't
the
work.
Thing about it is,
Neither does some of the seats. There we go.
bunny. I have bunny.
Oh God, hold on. Yeah. No. Oh yeah.
The picture of that.
Yeah. Because the world constraint is fucked up. It's like hooked to my
Wait, hold on.
hips.
you are lesser than me garbage side of her family. Or that's what the berry
Mhm.
Because he did fix the a motorcycle because that's what they use.
Oh, yeah, I need to fix that a little bit.
Not very happy with Cherry.
Right now it's tilted too far upwards.
And
Oh, do I not? I don't have any like outfit because this was just a test.
the capital's being
Also,
fucking
fuck
Fair.
daylight savings.
Yeah, fuck daylight savings.
True.
Times
fuck whatever.
because fucking this now starts at 1 for me, and in a month where we go.
Oh, that's gonna be.
this is gonna start
That
at
would be
noon, I'm
difficult though, because
just
holy
gonna
shit.
roleplay.
Ah!
But now it's gonna be like, well, fuck, do I eat? I either eat.
You definitely can't have the wings on with someone in the back.
Yeah.
Marshall's will literally be eat at 11 a.m. or eat at like 4 p.m. So yeah, I can't win there. Because during the summer for me, this
Oh
starts
my
at 2,
god, low
which
energy.
is nice and convenient for me because I can just eat lunch at a regular time.
And the rest of the world is like, no, the fuck it's
Go to roleplay for 3-4 hours and then it's dinner.
Oh, the eye toggle is fucked on this model.
Oh,
Oh, everything is just.
And Leviathan was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, once I toggle the.
But no, I.
Yeah, I don't know how world constraints.
I got a knife.
No, anytime I've ever tried to put down a world constraint, it never
with
worked.
VRC
I
Fury.
just like slap this on Jaden and like.
Yeah, VRC
You know, I
Fury
could
one.
Constraint with VRC Fury.
I needed a weapon.
I
to
could
seize
probably do
I was
that.
getting involved in. I'm just like, fuck it.
This is an
VRC
interesting
Fury is a fucking
corner of
lifesaver
my
for me
screen I
lately.
can see. No!
Sketchfab for knife acid.
Oh right, yeah, because then I would have to like. Is there a quick way? There is no quick way to turn off.
Fuck.
It's
Same.
But
time.
Deploy the keys!
we're between seasons right
The keys are gonna be jingled.
We're about to go into new season, but
Yeah, the.
where?
Jingle keys, I think.
Yeah, we're jiggling the keys. This is
Jingle keys. Jingle, jingle.
The keys got jingled.
oh, I think Nightclub is dead.
Nope, nope, not on that.
Keys that jingle, jingle, jingle.
Shouldn't have grabbed my attention. Fuck you.
This is the motorcycle he worked on that he took apart and rebuilt. But I can't get the world constraint to work.
So
That's how it usually works.
Yeah, made it to work as a monocycle.
Yeah, not a single bit of electricity runs through this.
Yeah, I know
Nice.
that there are.
Roleplay started. You two can go be gay together.
Okay,
I do another welding job.
I have
Fair
to.
enough.
So,
I have to change.
I don't have a car, but the new one I applied for is literally within walking distance.
Oh,
It is
yep,
in
I
the
need
town
to
I'm in. So that's fucking great. Hopefully I
turn
got
that off.
There is really no
Yeah,
quick way to
I
turn
found a position
on.
as a welding robot operator.
To turn off.
We get it.
Yeah.
To turn
And I
on
haven't
and
had any
off
training for that one,
locomotion,
and,
is
like,
there?
Welding training for that one because
You have to do it in the. Well, I mean, it's either in the
Yeah, I have to
settings
go into
or.
the settings every.
Yeah. Or I mean, like, there's. It would be a lot of custom, like, action layer, I think. The locomotion
yeah,
layer.
I know some people who've got it set up in their like
Shenanigans could do a lot
stuff.
of
But
Mm.
like, that's too much of a hassle.
Also,
There.
okay, going in. Key blades? No, we're key. Magic? No worky. Going
Yeah,
where you
it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream today, most probably. Considering we started late. I'm low energy, but I will do my best.
I was wondering why I was so quiet.
We get Seer's natural hair color now.
BR Bizzle.
Blow out my eardrums.
Persistent. Don't blow out your eardrum, that's bad for you. Wah.
There we go.
Alright, back into character. What a week. What a day. What a week. What a month at this point.
Indeed.
It's very exciting, but it also is so taxing. I swear if I mediate one more mediocre squabble, I'm going to scream.
Oh,
I can at least make it interesting. Oh, quiet in here. Is everyone out back?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You.
Mysterious device.
I'm guessing this is the new thing you messaged me about?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that means first come, first serve.
We love the pillow pile.
Indeed. Indeed.
Alright, let's maybe step into the toy maker room so we can get a good scan on this thing.
Hopefully, Eyes can pull himself away from some paperwork so we can have a discussion.
Oh. Something
If
else
the
happened.
information you passed along to me.
Oh.
Anything I should know about or no?
Technically.
No, it's something you should know about.
Old information, though confusing to say
Well-
the least.
Confusing, old, possibly new, undetermined.
Yeah, still plenty of things up in the air.
Reprise.
Hmm.
If he escapes his burn mountains of paperwork. But if it's any consolation, Indra's desk is worse. Like, far worse.
Oh.
Because Ice just deals with our department. Indra deals with all of them.
Yeah, well.
And the toy makers go through a lot of fucking credits. Like, a lot.
Well, obviously.
I imagine so.
That is the point.
I mean, perhaps I should also consider being a benefactor for the guild.
I suppose, though. I do not know if there is any conflict of interest in that.
I don't see that there would be.
I don't. Would conflict of interest even matter, given that that's why you would contribute to a guild, because you're interested?
I suppose. I suppose it's just simply less heard of.
Oh, a member being a benefactor?
Yes. The employee being a source of income.
I suppose, to be fair, I only recently came into the... It wasn't my actual only paying job for quite some time.
That is true.
And I came into the money after joining the guild, so...
Well, technically, it was already there, you just did not have access to it.
True.
That's... Hey, you remember that Hemwick guy that was here a few weeks ago?
Oh yes, of course.
do.
I still need to finish that list.
Just announced on Metagram. He's a new counselor for the Palace District. As of, like, an hour ago?
Interesting.
Well, even more work on his
Can't say I'm
plate.
surprised.
Well, so long as he
Seems
can
like
still handle our deal once I pass along the information and the credits, that is all I care about in that. I have no intention of going to Zafira anytime soon.
I gotta chase up May at some point. She's got the scrap metal I asked for. And then I gotta clean it. And then I gotta make space for the still. Then I gotta build the still. Which I'll need Rollins' help for because he's much better at welding than I am.
Oh.
Exciting. Projects.
Open flames and fur don't generally go very well.
Yes, do be cautious with yourself, darling.
Say again, Rico?
I can do a rather fair job of welding, I would say. If you require any other person who can weld.
I'll let you know.
Understood.
I'm working on building a 30-gallon still.
Oh, how interesting. Brewing some sort of alcohol?
Of a sort.
Oh, yes, I see the post now.
Well, good for him, so long as he wants all the extra expectations.
New counselor in Zafira City.
Dealing with all the politics of the yokai in the forest is difficult enough.
I see.
Unless, of course, you live in Zafira, but I don't know.
At least you don't have to deal with international trading, shipments.
Pardon me for just a moment.
Exactly.
Although, it's not like we respected borders anyway.
How is it going looking into your village?
I have to keep tabs on it while I'm away.
Anything of note?
Everything seems calm.
I suppose that is good, but I also suppose that it would be.
There's no sign of... Well, a certain someone over there. I've sent envoys. They were not dispatched in the same manner as they were.
I suppose that is a progress, but I do not entirely trust that.
No, they're following my orders. I told them no outsiders unless word comes from me are allowed in the village. No one is to know where my home resides.
When did you give that?
That's why shipments are...
How long ago did you give that order?
Before I disappeared.
Incredibly loyal, your people are.
Well, it would bring dishonor to not follow my orders without proof that I'm dead. They are sworn fealty to me.
Yes, though. One would have thought that. At least back when they thought you were human, they would have potentially accepted it after how many years?
As far as they're concerned, I am still human.
Which means they would have thought you would have passed.
But they knew my sister was some sort of higher being.
Apologies for that. Just
Those assumptions.
More or less blessed by Odin, hence her
Yes, what is going on with the fear? I don't quite keep tabs on it.
seemingly
Live there.
immortality.
Council meeting?
Yeah.
And as long as one of us still lives, our orders must be followed.
US politics, arguing among corpos, saying how they can make people's lives miserable or not miserable.
Are you trying to
depending on
pass
the
any
councilman.
messages to them?
Sounds about as bad as the Camarilla.
I've made myself known to them.
Yes, I know all about that. It's never pleasant.
Any that still lived?
All the people I knew are long
So what's
past.
this still for, then, that you're making?
No, I meant of the
That's
group.
mostly
that
descendants.
you
Yeah.
made yourself known to.
Oh,
Experiments and anything else.
from the village.
Looking to. So you know how there's.
I know, the last
right?
time was not exactly the
Yes, I'm aware.
best.
Same concept but with alcohol. Except it's
I
much
see.
more, experimental.
I think I
Oh.
met
And
Well,
slightly-
the envoy I
and
sent
only
out,
slightly magically
well, they're
explosive.
Only
no
slightly,
longer
so-
with us.
Slightly.
It was a test of orders,
Slightly.
Hmm.
but
enough, I suppose.
I did reach out,
If you fuck up the
No, do take
incantations
care
of the
of yourself.
runes.
made myself
it
known to
is,
those who
Yes, like any form of magic.
still
For planar
stayed
binding.
within the village.
Things can very much, well, blow up in your face. Literally.
Hmm.
The last time I
about
had
right.
something.
Passing any more
I was
orders?
trying to make ice cream. And I ended up
How
with
did something
icicles all
blow up
over
while
the
you're
roof.
making ice cream?
The only orders they
I
have is
wasn't
to
paying
continue doing what they're doing.
That's how it gets you.
Live their
And then
lives.
I had to spend 2 hours scraping icicles off the roof.
I will return one day. For now, I'm
I don't know how
taking
you
care
like
of
that.
business abroad.
I wish all the yokai were so self-sustainable. Goodness, bunch of drama queens they are. It is quite taxing on the body and the mind. Having to mediate all their little squabbles.
Speaking of the yokai, a few of them have taken to tormenting Gus. And I really don't need any of them tormenting a cat that can spit fire.
What are they
that
doing?
sounds
Who
quite
is it?
Just dangling small shiny objects just out of his reach.
Yes, I haven't had to
Again,
deal with
and
my own cat
again,
that
and
breathes
again.
fire.
What do they look like?
Oh, I
I
think
shall
it is a-
deal with it.
The little small one, kind of gravy colored. There's also another one, probably about yay high. Lots of shiny dangly bits.
Oh. All right, I
Different
have
names,
another
because
meeting
anytime
to
I
start.
ask them, they laugh at me and run off.
I swear I
But
just
would
spoke to
rather not
those
have
two
to
a
clean
week
up
ago.
fireballs.
Yes. They know very well not to cause any more fires. Oh, they're just
You
pushing my
also
buttons to
sure
make
they're
certain
not
that I cannot
tormenting
handle.
Momo either.
Mm.
Because of the tormenting Gus, they're probably tormenting Momo as well.
Oh, I would know if they were tormenting Momo. They would know very well my wrath if they were tormenting Momo.
Your precious green cat child.
I shall deal with them. Oh,
Even as
so
a
busy.
vampire, I know much, much better than to anger you.
Good. Please do not. I'm already stressed as it is. Wedding planning and mediations.
Oh, you're planning a
Workflow.
wedding.
Of course, my own.
Between the two of you, I assume.
Indeed.
Oh, yes. You know,
The
it's
next
been
couple
ages since
months.
I've actually been to a wedding. Never really had any family or friends who would or could get married, frankly. It was
Not all got all the details.
almost
So
century
many
since I've been to
details.
one. Oh, yes, I'd imagine.
Anything interesting going on for you?
I'm just sewing something.
So tell me about this wedding. Where are you two planning on holding it?
Seems like Zafira is not all. Apparently, the Palace District is now in martial law. The place is on lockdown.
Oh,
Wait, what?
well, that
News
was
report just
swift.
came in. As of 3 minutes ago. News report on Metaverse.
That
That's
was
extremely
swift. Oh, goodness.
Thanks to
Oh, good thing I had no plans to
Councilman
visit there before.
Hemwick.
Mm-hmm.
This is me not caring we are not there.
Yes, luckily for me, I don't live there.
I don't
Oh,
think there's
man.
any guild
That the
members that
places
live
are
in
dumb
Palace
anyhow.
District. I know Arzix lives in the waterfront and Charles works there.
Fucking I'm gonna have a business in Palace District. I'm gonna.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Anyone who is not
What's the
inside
Palace
their
District even like?
homes will be dealt with by the military force currently sweeping through Palace District.
Goodness me.
Everyone will be treated as hostile entities, according to Wondrous Councilman Hemwick.
Great.
Response to something? What in the world?
Yes, what is this in response to?
Apparently decades of anarchy.
Do you think if I
That seems a bit
teleport,
extreme for anarchy.
if I teleport to my establishment, like the inside of it, will I get in trouble?
If you
I
live
assume
within the
Because
Palace
I'm not
District,
outside.
no, as long as you're not found outside your home in the streets of the Palace District, you will be fine.
I don't live there, but I do have a business there. So,
Then
and I have employees.
Then I
who
would
are working.
advise you
Yeah, sorry.
to proceed with extreme caution. Teleport in if you have a way. And if you need help transporting
Oh, noted.
people in and
Well, I
out,
didn't have any plans
let the
to go
guild
there.
know. There are some of us who can assist.
Indeed.
I can just open doors in the wood. It's fine.
Fucking, I hear
There
they.
should be nothing to worry about.
It's not one thing, it's another with that fucking city.
Yes, certainly. I've heard as much. What I have heard hasn't been pleasant.
My main money source is gone for I don't know how long.
Huh?
You need any help?
My main source
Palace
of money
District's
is
in
gone.
lockdown.
Dad.
Would that be the Lying Fork?
No. I have a. Have I not told you that I have a?
It's a war
hotel
zone.
slash bar in Palace.
I mean,
There's a
most of
war
the
zone
city
far
is
from-
industrial.
Oh
What
no,
I do.
I've been to Zafira and I've been to war zones, both I suppose for you historical and currently modern. Zafira is by far not even close to a war zone. City of lawlessness,
It's still a
yes.
massive shithole.
The shithole.
Exactly.
We've
War
been through
zone,
several
no.
wars, that doesn't compare.
Industrial
If I
districts
know
that
Saphira-
ball cultists running around. Waterfront is, well, the waterfront. Palace district's
Oh.
been a shit show. Then there's District 0. Just its own headache up by itself.
If I know Saphira, and I think I do, it's gonna become a war zone.
Mm-hmm. There's always something
Very
about
glad
it.
you've been staying away.
They sure do not. They sure
Never
do not
mind.
like to be told what to do.
You have been staying away, have you, my love?
Good night, I should tell Valentine.
You must know work
From
there.
Valentine likes
Saphira.
being out in Sophia. I don't think she goes to
I've
the palace
been
district
I'm
at
gonna
least, but...
deal with that. I'll be right
Dealing
back.
with some stragglers.
Have fun.
Mm.
Hopefully that goes well.
But mostly, yes.
Yep, it should be like
Well, do
10
keep away
minutes.
from it. The wedding coming up, yes. There are other things to focus on.
Take no risk and keep your wits.
Of course. Then Finrir will do my bidding.
Hmm.
In Zafira, at least.
Hmm.
And
Fair
some
enough.
people wonder why people don't trust politicians.
Mm-hmm.
No one fucking thing is another.
If there's
I'm a
one thing I've learned in
politician.
all my centuries, it's... Oh. I was in my previous
Yes,
state.
but
Well,
you're
the
also
statement I was
not
about to say
completely
then.
crazy. You are halfway reasonable.
Crazy is subjective.
True.
Said
You're
me.
not a Zephyrin politician, my love. It is a different
Yeah.
category.
Also that.
I'm not a modern politician.
Yes. What I was going to say is don't trust him, as a person, appending to this statement, don't trust a modern politician.
No, when it comes to politicians, even myself, always question.
Yes, of course.
Just because you
Yes,
know
never...
me
Yes,
doesn't
that's true,
mean
good
I
point.
am.
Especially monarchies. Monarchies should always be questioned.
Too bad that's legal.
Well, what are they going to do? Stake me?
They could. They would try
They
at
could.
least.
They could. Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you were to deal with them as an act of self-defense, I would certainly look the other way.
I meant
And
a
I would
monarchy,
even
not
be
the
Hey,
obliged
Sakura,
three.
how you doing?
Oh. I'm just speaking more in general. If someone were to try and stake you, then by all means act in self-defense, and I'd be even be willing
Yes,
to
of
help.
course.
Depending
I
on who it
appreciate that.
is.
I suppose I should let you know for security's sake that if I am to be staked in the heart, it won't kill me, but it will paralyze me.
Good to know.
Very good to know.
Question for you three: do any of you live in the Palace District?
I do not.
No.
Good.
Zafira, yes.
Yes. Palace District in Zafira.
That place.
Stay away from
D&D,
the
hell
Palace
yeah.
District of Zafira. It is currently in lockdown. Its new counselor, Mr. Himwick, has declared martial law. The whole place is shut down, and anyone found outside of their homes will be dealt.
What?
Anyone found outside of their homes in the Palace District will be seen as hostile forces and will be dealt with accordingly.
Lovely. Even more reasons to not
I
go to
just-
Saphira.
I just left.
So please, if
Monday
any
you
of
just left.
you live in the Palace District, reach out to the guild. We can provide assistance, either whether it be a place to stay or a way to put you inside your home.
Understood. Make sure to spread the word.
I don't want to be stuck in my house. Oh my god, my cats.
Yes, please deal with your cats.
If you have pets in the district, I'm sure someone in the guild would be willing to help you acquire them so that way they don't starve. Because the Palace District is on lockdown until further notice. So, judging by Zafira, that probably means that it will always be on lockdown and under martial law.
Dude, that sucks. I thought that agency was cool.
Trust me, it was.
They were chilling just the other day.
Well, I'm glad I
I
didn't
will
stick
say
my
it
finger
was
too far
somebody
in that
who
pie.
used to work there, but has since left. Yeah, it's not.
I went there once, but I never actually participated in any of the missions.
I mainly did it when I first got here because I needed money in order to actually be able
Yeah,
to
I can't be
afford
out.
a place to live.
Let's say
But after
I've never actually been to the Palace
Yeah.
District myself. I mostly stuck around to the industrial, and that was for repair jobs.
I ended
It's a
up
shithole.
actually leaving Hamlet's
Yes, I go
thing.
to industrials sometimes, I believe. Wait, oh, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm not sure which is worse, Palace or Industrial. There's one place
I
is
ended
shit,
up
the other
leaving
is
it
close.
after some time, like a mission of like breaking into an underground some kind of facility and
Yes, I heard
taking
about
out
that.
everybody in there, innocent or not.
Yeah, for me, like I said, it was just mostly I go
Yes,
to the
that was around the
industrial
time
district
where
when
well,
the
they were
big
discussing
machines
that when I
need
first went
repairs.
there, and that
They're
left
too
far
cheap.
too sour the taste
They
in my mouth to be
wanna
comfortable
keep
with it,
downtime
with
to a
taking
minimum,
part in
so
it.
they let me in. Because I can get to the places a lot easier
But
than
what district is
they
the meat
need to
rack in? I'm not actually
tear something
sure.
apart to get at.
I do not know.
Waterfront. I remember this.
Oh, the waterfront. Okay. So I mostly go to the waterfront district.
Waterfront?
Is that
Meat
also where
rack.
IZCA is?
Yeah, me Rack's in the waterfront.
What about IZCA?
Isaac has an apartment there, and Charles runs a business.
I have no idea what the
Is
I
IZCA
something
also
CA is.
Oh, I think it's the Itinerant Zephyran Citizens Association. It's a sort of halfway house sort of thing. I stayed there briefly when I first arrived due to not having another place to stay.
Do you know where that is, Jaden?
IZCA? I don't.
I'd have to look into it.
I can put some feelers out, see what I can find out.
Well, I've been there plenty of times. I'm just not sure of the area. I tend to use the teleporter quite a lot.
Although, if anyone needs a place to stay, I do have ample space on
Yes, I have a mansion as well.
at home. And when I mean home, I mean an island. It's cold.
I'm sure. Yeah,
I have a mansion
wish I
with
could
room in
offer
it
the
as
same.
well.
Wish I could offer the same, but not really got any place that's officially my own. Just got an apartment in Artie's building.
Yes,
Yeah.
Artemis has been quite
For me, I've
generous in
got-
providing housing, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
For me, I've got my
and,
place that's outside Zephyr's limits, and then the bunker in Bastion City.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
outside
I
of
got-
Zephyr's limits as well.
yeah, me and Cherry both got rooms in Bastion City that Artie gave us. Myself, I managed to get one of the better apartments, and Cherry's getting I don't actually know how to describe it, but a place that used to have a giant fish tank that's being made for her since she's more aquatic.
I just wanted a calm and stress-free guild night after this week. Goodness.
This has nothing. This is more or less just gossip, Kise.
This is not the kind of gossip I like. War is not gossip, my love.
My dear, it is for a king.
Over here.
Not for this queen. Blood and death and fools.
Oh, that sounds much like the politics around the Camarilla.
You When someone seizes power, you can tell who they truly become once they have that power. And now we see him like for who he truly is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, blood, death, and fools is
Shogun
a Saturday
Wars
for me.
again.
Oh,
He
yes,
wasn't
I
exactly
know those all too
subtle
well.
in his plans when I had a chat with him in the
Shogun of the
library.
Nationalists.
He was very blunt on the fact that he was pursuing a council seat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, throwing an entire district of a massive city into chaos.
Check your check your phone.
Is what I mean.
Okay,
He can
Yes,
hide.
it sounds like he's caused more chaos than he's quenched.
And indiscriminately killing people outside their homes makes him no better than the gangs.
Mm-hmm. I'd say worse, even.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Depends on the gang.
Yes, true. I've heard quite gnarly things about those scavers, I believe they're called. Makes even the Samisi look tame.
I'm on some goofy shit tonight. I'm sorry.
We need a bit of goofy shit after.
You do you, Cherry. I was not paying attention to the slightest. Just, caught up in my own thoughts. Is it wrong that I want someone to be stupid enough to try something here? Mostly because I just really want to hit something.
Well, if you want to hit something, we can spar.
I think we all get like that sometimes.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Everybody will always have a time where they say, "Try me, bitch."
Yeah.
I do have my share of blood.
I'm having that, but I'm having that with people who are not here, not in Saphira, hopefully. Or who knows, they may be.
Oh shit! I have my ship back. I need to go fucking maintenance that. Whatever. I'll do it later. You said punching bag, and I was like, I should hang up a punching bag in my room. And then I was like, oh wait.
Jaden, just so you know, you can hit me as hard as you like. I can
doing
take
some
it.
maintenance checks on the ship.
I'll think about it.
Sounds good.
The last person that said that to me, well, I ended up breaking their nose by accident.
Well, was that person an elder vampire?
No, but, well,
And if
I might have to
even if you do
reconsider
somehow
your
manage
offer.
to...
Because I have, in fact, been picked up and thrown by Finley.
I'm gonna go get a head start on that. But, I mean, you both know where to find
Yes,
me.
even if you do manage to break my nose somehow, it'll heal very quickly.
When I'm done here tonight.
I would at least do you the common courtesy of resetting it.
Oh, a sip of blood and I'll be fine, don't worry. I can get shot and I barely feel it.
My
I don't like getting
knowledge
shot.
on...
It sucks.
It's not pleasant, but...
Believe me, you can be shot by far worse things than a bullet.
Oh, yes, certainly. I've heard of some hunters that employ white phosphorus bullets against my kind.
I was hit by a ballista bolt.
That was it, my...
Oh wait, I remember that.
That's me.
I remember how
sounds
rough
quite
you were
devastating.
for 2 weeks afterwards.
Luckily,
Believe it or not, I've been shot by a cannon at one point.
a wolf to assist me.
Yeah, anti-magical rounds. No fun. Especially when you have
certainly
magic
doesn't.
embedded into your skin.
Oh, this is a thing to come back to.
Getting my neck sliced open was, less than
Though it's amusing that I'm considered dangerous.
Broccoli.
Never underestimate what can be dangerous.
Oh, hold on.
Just don't want to dwell on that one. Good, move on.
Okay.
At least we haven't seen Kitsune hunters in a while.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Promising, at least.
Sounds most
Yeah.
unpleasant.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
gossip.
yes, I
Anyone
can
have any good
sympathize at
gossip?
least
Actual
having-
gossip.
I do, but I'm quite open to hearing it, yes.
Mhm.
Unfortunately not, unless you want to hear my kids' antics.
Honestly, that
By
is better than
antics,
many
I mean them
things.
trying to.
Yes, I'd say it
And-
likely would be better than the current topic of discussion.
They try to get into everything, and I mean everything. They try
Oh,
to climb
yes,
into
that's
the
what
dryer.
children
They try
do.
climbing on the furniture. They try climbing onto my bed. They try getting into the cupboards, which I soon shot with child locks, by the way.
Mhm.
And I also watched Maury try to literally bite at one of them because she was in her fox form and couldn't navigate the jaw lock.
That is more like it.
Yes,
That is more like it.
I'm quite pleased with the fact that when I adopted a child, she was already in her early teens. I didn't have to deal with the
I
whole
am
infant thing.
slightly concerned what might happen if the kids figure out they can shift. If they can. I don't know if they can yet. I don't know if that's learned behavior or just ingrained.
It depends.
At least you will not have to worry about your children
that.
flying.
True. Although if someone were to use magic to spontaneously make them fly, then, well, they're gonna hear about it from me.
Well, yes, obviously.
'Cause I do
Oh,
not
I
wanna
meant
deal
what
with a
Echo will
flying
have to deal
child.
with.
Echo's having to deal with their talents growing in. That's his problem, not mine.
Yeah, something else, something completely different. Mm.
The closest I've
My
really
current
come to say
problem
that
is trying
Get
to figure
fucked,
out how to
bot.
get them to eat vegetables without them throwing them at me.
some other
Cheese.
helpful
Because
tips
both
that
of-
someone shared in the cheese always
I've
helps.
tried cheese, it doesn't always work.
Sugar.
What about sugar?
I do have plans to buy about 30 pounds of pork fat and render that down. Putting in a
That
lard.
would work as well.
How do they feel
That's
about
all my-
Also, prestidigitation works quite nicely for changing flavors.
Oh, that's true.
Already tried that. Their favorite thing is to grab handfuls of peas and throw them at me. Handfuls of mashed potato and throw them at me.
Very true.
I've tried that too.
It reminds me, I need to get more cheese for my steaks.
I never got to try cheese before I was turned into a vampire.
That is very unfortunate.
Actually,
Yes,
I have
I've
a
never had
question.
cheese. I've had a lot of good things, but I've never had it.
If you eat normal food, what does it taste like?
Well, I can taste it, but if I'm to swallow it, my organs are atrophied, and I would just end up vomiting it up again.
I see. The vampires I know, whenever they eat food, to my knowledge, it tastes like ash or something.
I can still taste it for the most part, but nothing compares to the taste of blood these days. Even the finest filet mignon doesn't compare to a nice good blue blood, you know.
I was retired for 6 months.
Oh, I suppose.
And it was a peaceful 6 months.
I made the mistake of one time drinking blood wine.
Oh yes, I quite enjoy blood wine. You know, alcohol doesn't actually affect me due to my toxin resistance, but if the alcohol or some sort of drug is mixed with blood, or if I drink it from somebody who has consumed it, then it affects me.
Back in Town, we carried all kinds of alcohol to suit the various needs of different races coming in and out of the town. Vampires being one of them. A few of the guards and I got drunk, and we started drinking a lot of the alcohol in the tavern, and...
There's only one way to properly do this.
Wait, no, that was a different time.
That does remind
It
me.
was just after a fight. It was the only thing around, so I took it from Javier and I drank it.
You know, around the time when I first freed myself from my
Because I
sire.
would have done the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrid, I might add. Horribly sick afterwards.
Oh, yes, I can imagine. But around the time when I first freed myself from my sire. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I can't imagine a non-vampire drinking blood wine would have ended well.
Very strong in terms of alcohol content. It was the blood that ended up doing it.
I was way
Well,
too
I'm sure it linked, but I can sympathize. But
You don't even want to think about
that does remind me that around when I first freed myself from my sire and I was still short on money, there was this thing that I used to do where I would go to bars, and of course at the time this was before I dyed my hair, before I grew my hair out, before I looked as if I do now. I was just some unassuming peasant-looking girl, but perhaps in some somewhat nicer dress than the average. But I would just waltz into a bar, pick the biggest man in the bar, challenge him to a drinking contest, and because I'm not affected by alcohol, drink him completely under the table. And I would
one would think they would have caught on. It was a bit too obvious going for the biggest one. Goodness dear.
You'd be amazed how stupid some people
Well,
are.
it wasn't always
Hey,
the
Michael.
biggest one, just the one who looked like he could handle alcohol the best. I was generalizing it.
It exploded. A lot of shit happened. But
What she's about to leave us.
I drank many a proud sinner under the table.
Oh no.
So you won't pork
Oh,
steaks.
Michael.
There'll be some made tomorrow.
To God himself.
Hello, Michael.
In
Yeah.
Reverse, I guess is what you want to call it. About
A kiddie pool? Not yet.
Oh, it's still a bit young for
no,
that
I'm
one
talking
thing.
to literal God, like
It's
Yahweh.
also
God
still a bit.
out there.
It is still a bit cold.
Just learn how to start swimming, but it's still too cold.
Like the Christian God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once the weather warms up, I'll just teach them how to start swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a very
I do
gentle.
have a pool outside of my place if you. I don't think so.
No.
So like me?
Kise, do you want anything
No,
specific?
I mean like staring
I find
endless
food a bit more palatable than a blood, and at least it doesn't.
There's something sweet at the moment. I need something sweet after all the spice and bitterness today.
Oh yes, I do.
By the way, there is a box in the kitchen with that thing you asked for. I went and bought a stand mixer. I didn't tell Echo about it. I just went and bought one.
No.
Oh my god, my forearms will thank you.
Oh yes, I'd imagine.
Oh. I suppose I can fill in eyes when he pulls himself away from that
Mm-hmm.
paperwork, but members of security, I do have to talk to you about a matter.
Understood.
Understood.
Do you wish to stay here, or do you wish to come? Considering it involves you, I'll let you choose.
I'm gonna be cooking.
Yes, this was not possible me behind my backs.
I'll come in once I'm done with this meeting.
Do you enjoy my malleable form?
Mm-hmm.
Does this
Give me a
amuse
hand.
you, Cat?
Let me know if there's anything missing for it.
I'm like Vex. I was all in my halo.
But yeah, Michael asked about a stand mixer last week, and I'm just like, he has noodle arms. He's human. With small arms.
Yes, bacon can be quite hard on the arms and shoulders.
Not everyone has a large muscle mass.
True.
Mm.
I'll make sure I'm checked in, at least for a little while.
I'm glad I brought the special flesh golem.
And the Chinese sorceress also sat on me. Because they looked at me and said, I want to sit in your lap because I saw Maury sitting there and 800 pounds later.
Yeah.
Luckily, this should not be long.
No, it won't be. Recently... Oh.
Hmm?
Recently... What, just the other day, actually.
Yes, honestly, the other night.
Kise was forwarded a file.
Oh.
This file, file detailed her bounty.
From the children of Siegfried?
From
Yes.
the children
Bastards
of...
again.
Oh, hello, Eyes.
Oh.
Speak of the devil and he appears.
Hey, boss.
Just indiscriminately hunting
You'll want to
yokai
hear
things.
this. Trust me.
Actually,
Yes, you'll
there's
definitely
a
do
few
this.
things that you need to be run down on, actually.
Okay.
First-
Go ahead. Sorry.
First and foremost, the other night, Kise was forwarded a file detailing her bounty from the children of Siegfried.
Yes. I don't know exactly how old it is, if anything's changed, but some of it was expected, other
wording-
parts were confusing.
The wording makes it sound new,
Hmm.
rather
What's
than
this society
old.
here? Or, Siegfried. I've
what?
never heard of that.
I can
should-
explain. After, I want to just,
Yes,
so that
yes.
way I don't keep
Do
eyes.
continue.
The bounty details, well, they don't know her age, because they're dragon hunters. They have her scale coloring. She's only been seen once since last attempted capture, which implies that this bounty is new.
But no, not really, darling. It was like that just a bit before. We discussed
Oh,
at Dragon Town, remember? I've been quite upset. A million credits! That is entirely too low.
That's
Insulting. Exactly.
It has her details of what her flesh golem looks like, her height down to inches, as well as how high
They
or
were
how tall her
they were off.
flesh golem is.
Oh.
They're mistakenly calling her a yokai type dragon, which I don't think any exist.
No. Different. We may have some of us may look like we have dragon aspects, but that does not make us dragons.
They specifically listed yokai skumogami, so...
Yes, they know I am a
thereabouts
Skumogami.
is- Well, they think it's a type of dragon, apparently.
I am uncertain of that.
Uneducated moron.
But it does make things curious. Because it seems as if they were trying to purchase my body long before I had my flesh
Yes.
golem back in the museum.
That bit of information was new.
Yes.
Wait, I thought they only cared because you are dragon.
That is what I thought as well, which makes this even worse. I do not understand why.
They knew who she was before she became a dragon, and for whatever reason they were trying to purchase her.
I had never seen anyone that could see me in the museum before Jaden, which makes things awkward, to say the least.
I have a general question.
For decades before I found you there. Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
Yes. To my understanding, the specific type of yokai that you are is when something is created of particularly high quality and kept taken care of for a certain amount of time, they gain a spirit, essentially.
Indeed.
Like a soul. So, were they looking for what you used to be? The object, the pipe?
That is what I'm trying to figure out, because it seems as if they were trying to purchase me back before either they knew what I was, or at least before the dragon aspect, which is very confusing. Why is a dragon-centric bounty guild trying to
that's what confuses me.
go after me back then?
Yes,
They said by 22. 2200 and something. That was midway through my time at the museum. I was still weak. I could not even show myself to anyone.
Because there are different answers to the question. There are different answers to this question, because if it's before, this might have to do with your creator, quote unquote, your craftsman, the person who made you.
They would
Who's
be
Miyasama?
Or perhaps whoever previously owned you, for lack of a better term.
They would be dead for 1,000 years or so.
Yeah, 700.
Give or take, close to.
So, how long ago did you manifest into existence?
About, let us say, I suppose there's proper schemagony. 691.
They're not posing a threat to anybody in the least. This just sounds moronic in my from my perspective.
So they were looking for you way after you manifested, so...
Yes. Though I have no idea how far the records go back.
It's something to take into account. It's either what you used to be, or it's what you were. You were a spirit, and they were looking for you specifically.
Well,
I'm still a spirit.
The file states that multiple attempts were made to purchase her, but were rejected.
That makes sense. It's a museum. They don't
from the
sell
museum,
things like that
yes.
most of the time.
Exactly.
Here's what I don't get.
Me is, oh, yes, go ahead.
Because when I busted you out of that museum,
Which
they
they have
tried
record
charging me
of.
with theft. All they
Yes.
could get me on was destruction of property because we proved you were sentient.
Yes.
But, okay.
Something doesn't add up to me.
So, there's another aspect that does.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting again, but they made multiple attempts to purchase legally. It's not illegally to ask, but they did do that multiple times, even though they're a guild that is more than okay with physically attacking someone, which means that for whatever reason they felt either they didn't need to, or they felt like they couldn't just go in and take her like you did.
That's not the entire file, but they do have record. They know she was stolen. They don't know by who. It is mentioned that she was stolen shortly after their offers were rejected.
Even if a small one.
Stolen my fucking...
That is my question, though. Is that a dragon hunting guild that is okay with murder? Why were they trying to buy her legally after being rejected so many times? Would they just not go in and take her?
They need her for something.
Well,
So-
yes.
Let me get this straight.
But
So there are
her-
dragon hunting guilds
her-
who...
Her.
Yes.
There are dragon hunting guilds who...
No, they're a
what-
cult. They're not a guild.
Oh, they're a cult. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
dragon hunting cult who have been tracking a Skumogami for whatever reason up until the point where she gained a flesh golem, which isn't even her actual body, which is pot dragon. And now they were like, they tried to purchase you even though they're all right with just coming out and murdering someone. So where are their motivations? What are they attempting to do?
That is what I'm trying to
They
figure
want her
out,
alive.
because as far as I knew at the beginning, I thought they were after me because of my
Quite
flesh
literally,
golem,
million-dollar
and I was
question.
stuck in it properly, so I was a dragon at the time. However, this changes things.
So they want her alive,
Frankly.
but weren't you severely injured by them?
Alive?
Is this the same group?
Yes.
But their group is. How shall I put it? More.
From what I heard,
Sounds like it.
what they did to harm me that much was supposed to be to incapacitate me so they could take me elsewhere and give me the antidote. But since we were
They want her
resisting
captured alive
and brought me
undamaged.
away, I did not have access to that for
Okay.
an amount of time.
That tells me three things. The factions thing is a good point. Tells me three things. One, that they were trying to take you. They had a specific plan in mind, and the plan went awry. The people involved went off script, and they attacked you way harder than probably would have, most likely because they got more resistance than they were intending.
They
in
were
that regard.
expecting me to be a pushover, I'm sure.
Yes, or a myriad of other reasons. But that is how that happened. It wasn't they weren't maybe intending to hurt you so significantly. They just wanted to take you.
They also
So the dragon
chose,
part is good.
They chose to attack during. Actually, they may not have known about the Halloween curse.
No, I do not think
They-
they did,
they
because they
probably
noted that I
assumed-
have the abilities that I had during that, even though I no longer have those.
But you don't anymore, yes.
Yes. Hmm.
Also,
Which is also
you
why I thought they did it
Yes,
because of that.
They
why
knew.
you in specific, though? You're not the only Skumogami in the metaverse.
They knew that the poison wasn't going to hurt you, just the golem.
True, because I was stuck in it.
But they chose to attack almost immediately after Halloween, and we were cursed. So they weren't privy to that. But the file mentions me, and me being extremely dangerous. They also say that alone, Kise isn't a threat to large groups. And then that's what I details myself.
Mhm.
They don't know who
It's
they're
Larger threat.
No, clearly not.
They seem to be working with a lot of incomplete information. Because it feels chaotic, but the reason it feels chaotic is because they don't know.
They sound like they have
They're trying to figure it out.
honestly.
Indeed.
The major question is
They're only
why
the society opposed.
why this is confusing and whether or not we know what's new or not because of all of the information they have.
Even though some of it is not accurate, but some of it makes no sense for what they are. I'm not a dragon, and they apparently knew that beforehand.
And they attacked you anyway.
And they
Yeah.
would have had no idea that I was dangerous before the attack.
No. Which
No, I think
tells
this
me
is
that
probably after the one
That
mission
the-
you went on.
Yes, my dear, but still, that was.
Hmm.
I only went on the one mission.
this speaks to me of two things. One, they are not people that do their own research, meaning that they're not the ones that will observe people from a distance and do that. They're most likely purchasing information from a broker of some kind.
They have
or
different
just asking
branches,
people
they handle
around.
different aspects.
Yes, they're not
Because
very
what you're
organized
dealing with
themselves.
if you're dealing with people who are dealing with outdated information, which means that there is a middle ground here, there's a middleman happening. There's a bit of a process happening from the inception of the information until the the assimilation of the information. Which means that, at least to my understanding, they're most likely not following you around. They're probably going around asking people or interrogating people or doing other things in that regard. Or hiring an investigator.
That's a very good point.
Who might be following you.
Actually, that brings up a question. Oh well. Do any of you know DT?
Unfortunately, yes. And I would
I don't know who that is.
respectfully.
I know of him. He calls himself.
Oh god.
I know
Yeah.
of him. I've spoken with him a few times. I wouldn't say I know him well.
Same thing with Roland, basically. I've spoken to him a handful of times. That's it.
He's the one who forwarded this file to Kise.
He's been assisting with the group dealing with the...
DT.
This actually makes
That
sense.
would know DT respectfully well would probably be Keith. Because if I'm not mistaken, Keith works with DT.
I don't know if that's changed. I know they were working together, but Keith's been silent ever since his kids were born.
Yeah.
Yes. Do we know what his tie to this cult is and how he got this information?
He is supposedly working with us to fight back against.
One second, Jaden. I'm sorry. What I actually wanted to put this forward, because normally when you're trying to ascertain information when you're hunting a target like this, you actually go to the professionals in the area and talk to them, not just one, but all of them, and try to broker some type of deal. So most likely what happened, if I was going to hazard a guess, is that he got contacted by this cult, got tipped, and then went to you with it and been like, hey, they're asking around about you. Here's this. Keep going.
Well, he is
What
a
is it?
detective, so yes, it doesn't. I suppose it would make sense that they would try to contact him looking for information then.
Keep going. This is just a theory. But
go ahead.
What do you guys say?
I have access to a comms channel where it is a group of people that are effectively working against the Trudor to Siegfried.
Yes.
Detective Garfield is one of those people. I also know
He's been doing detective work on the side and working apparently with one of the... What do they call it? One that separated themselves from the cult, or so they said.
Defector.
Yes.
We know Ludwig has worked with them at least in the past because Ludwig was able to acquire that antidote for you.
I don't know how much I can trust him.
Another person I know of who has worked with them in the past is Saya. However, I personally am reluctant to get Saya involved because she's heavily pregnant.
Yes, exactly.
I would not dream of involving Saya.
What I would suggest is getting into contact with every person that you know that deals in information in that regard, who most likely might be asked if someone was going into the area and then looking for an individual who knows things. And if you trust them enough, be like, hey, someone might come up to you and ask you about this. Don't tell them anything. Or tell me when they ask.
There are two other names I see frequently in this comms channel. One is Oryx, another is Lazarus, but I don't know either of those people.
Neither do I.
There's a network of Nosferatu here.
Names don't ring a bell for me.
If anybody can get information, it's a Nosferatu. But I'm not sure how that applies here.
Hold on.
I'm still trying to
Something
focus on
posted
the
on the
fact that
comms channel earlier today. Looks like a bounty sheet. Someone by the name of Agent Snow. Race is human. Chosen Siegfried Dragon Hunter operative, wears modified Spartan armor. There is a bounty on his head. 195,000 credits dead, 250,000 credits alive. Known to hunt dragonkind/dragonborn individuals. Contact is Drifter, last known to be associated with Versal Agency.
That is the
which is the
defector.
detective agency that,
Or so they
that
call them.
DT works with.
That one was apparently a
That's right.
defector. But that one, seeing the picture, looks familiar.
That's the one who shot me point blank several times in the chest with a shotgun. He effectively killed me. I would be dead if it wasn't for Fenrir.
Well, that's interesting.
I no longer trust that
This-
defector.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I don't recognize any of these names.
I'm still trying to think of the why they would try to get you in the first place, Kise. Like before you got your flesh going, before they. I'm trying.
What reason
only
did
thing I
they
can
have to
think
hunt
of-
you specifically?
The only thing I can think of is perhaps someone in their group could potentially have had ties to, like I said, either the individual who made you or the individual who purchased you initially.
Potentially. Or they're
The
looking
odds of
for... They work for a collector of some sort and wanted some extra funds.
Hey, Roland.
Might be. I have a question for you, Kise.
Period.
When you were originally made, were you made for someone or was it for the craftsman?
Roland.
Yep.
For my creator's lover.
Do the names
Annoyed on.
Maxine or Everest ring a bell to you? I know you get around a lot more.
I'm assuming they're also long dead.
Very much so. It was a bit of a,
Maxine,
what do you
like,
call it,
lovers.
star-crossed lovers situation.
Going
other
through
one,
these
no.
comm channels to...
Yes, if you like me are from Ado, that was at
I was
least-
wondering whether or not your creator crafted you for someone and then wasn't able to give them, and that person is a longer lived race and was essentially trying to collect you again.
No, unfortunately, she passed away
Conditions.
quite young. And then I became the property of the brothel. And that is how he got his fame. Bit of a
That's
sad story.
interesting.
Oh, he fell in love with the courtesan.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah. Okay.
Roland.
Yeah. What's up?
You remember Ion, right? Who, human guy who worked with Aegis?
I know Ion.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've
you
been
spoke to
seeing
him.
his name pop up in these comms a few times. Not like within like the last month or so.
Again, he's somebody I know of. I've seen him before, but I wouldn't say I know
I
him particularly well.
knew his ancestor.
Oh, I see.
Oh. I
It
see.
might be worth reaching out, seeing if he knows anything. I am grasping at straws here. Because a lot of these people I don't know, and the people I do know might not either know anything or are in a position where I'm not willing to get them involved.
I think anyone who can do more detective work on this sort of thing is appreciated. I'm just very confused about that aspect. Nothing has happened as of recent.
Yeah,
Well,
but he's
yes.
also just recently a father, so he's preoccupied with
That's
his
true,
kids.
yes.
Actually, I know someone. They wouldn't take the job anyway.
No.
Rabbits seem preoccupied.
I do want to know, do you want anything different happening with security-wise? Because you guys are living in a huge estate right now.
No, I was letting you know in case they come here, because obviously they're tracking us to a degree.
If they come here and if they come here and they had issues with you, I would feel bad for them. Mostly because of Mona, but then because of me, and then because of you again.
And also because of
And
me.
then because of all of us.
Similarly, but in different order.
Yes.
And somewhere there, we
Yes,
let
I
the
do
mimic
mean
you
all
have a
of
go
us
with
in this
them.
room.
Well, mostly because of Mona, because she doesn't hold back most of the time if people threaten her or the
Well,
people
that
that
too.
she's under protection.
Yes, woe betide them if they should catch the eye of Mona.
Though that does bring a point.
what we do know is if they come here, they'd most likely be using modern rudimentary weapons. Firearms, bows, ballista bolts, things like that. Very much
Coming here would be stupid.
tech-heavy, non-magical.
Well, if previous actions of theirs is anything to judge by, we can honestly say they're not that smart.
Yes.
It's good to prepare
they
regardless.
really
Don't assume.
Yes,
Never assume your things.
Yes.
Keep going.
They're not smart and not organized, but it'd be folly to underestimate them, I would say.
Agreed.
Yes. Sigurd, you said you had a point.
Go ahead.
Not saying that I want it to happen, but given the sheer security of this place, and if we truly wanted to find out why they wanted to purchase you.
You're thinking about baiting them to attack here, which is the most advantageous position.
But that would be a conversation I would need to have with Mona.
With Mona,
Oh, yes.
specifically, yes. Yeah. That would be a longer conversation.
Yes,
If you need somewhere else to stay, then and your home becomes compromised, my doors are always open to you.
If they got past the defenses of my home, I would be very surprised.
Yeah, that would be
If your home does get compromised, you can't stay at the manor. There are rooms for you to. So
I have a emergency button in place if our estate does become compromised.
There is also a plethora of Pokemon that would very much attack anyone intruding on that territory.
Not to mention an army of yokai that
Indeed.
would protect their guardian at all costs. And one very large dog.
Yeah, speaking of that little side thing, I do have the list of materials for you. I'll get that to you after this.
Oh god, I forgot about the dogs. Yeah, they attack here.
Yeah, they're surrounded them.
Yes, hopefully you manage to do your job.
Eating a few people, given what I know Mimikyu does with the corpses of people that Mona has killed.
Yes, if anything, the food bowl out front of this room is quite evident in itself.
What do you think we're also feeding Gerard? The Mimikyu told me that. I wish he hadn't, but I know now.
Well, either way, still.
His Dark Souls boss music. True.
So many things.
Boils down to that the children of Siegfried are still an adamant threat, and they are trying to make moves. So we need to be on our guard.
So,
Correct.
two questions I have. Was there anyone else apart from the two of you mentioned within that file?
No,
Yeah,
no,
that
just the two
No,
of
not
us.
in mine.
Okay.
I would not be
The only
surprised if
other
others had their
person-
own files.
Yes, the only other person that was alluded to was the fact that Kise was stolen, but it doesn't seem like they know by who. So
That's
I think
good.
you and your family may be
Nothing
safe.
to worry about at the moment.
Leads me to my second question. We know that you have been being tracked by them for at least the last 3 to 5 years. Because we don't know how long the span of time was between them making purchase inquiries and you being liberated from that museum.
2215. It is now 2425.
Well, for at least 200 years, they've been trying to acquire you.
That is what confused me.
Yes, that's
That
quite
is-
confusing. Why pursue you for so long?
That is interesting,
And not just-
actually.
The only reason why you would pursue someone for that long is being a key for something.
True.
Or an object of
Yes.
obsession.
Specific, yes. Collector.
Here's the thing.
It doesn't bode well.
They could very easily find out it was me that stole Kise from that museum. It's not like that incident isn't a secret.
Public
I mean,
record.
I have a record.
It's public record. Why wouldn't they just look?
Yes, why don't they know that?
Because they're
Because-
stupid.
Yes, clearly.
So here's the thing. I understand that this is good for motivation to be like, they're stupid, they're not threatening. But that is how you fall into these things. So just keep in mind, we don't know all the information. There are a lot of things that we don't know. So
frankly, a
just...
stupid opponent is
I'm
an
also
unpredictable
not
one.
discounting the fact that they are dangerous. I know they're dangerous.
Or they're
Mhm.
I have
purposely
scars
not.
from them on my stomach.
Or they're purposely not looking into you because they probably would assume that we would be keeping an eye on you at the very least.
Yes.
They probed into you
Do they
and
know
took
about the
their hand
guild?
at.
And
They
I'm
likely
going
don't
to...
see me as a threat, which
Mm.
could
Exactly.
be used to our advantage.
It could, true.
If you don't mind getting public officials involved, you can actually flag your file as something, so the police would be informed if someone tries to access that public record for malicious intent.
I know about 6 different people I can call.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
sounds like a very good idea.
Is that everything?
At the moment, yeah.
There's one other thing, and this is very recent news that I think you, as another guild head, should be aware of. Currently, the Palace District of Zafira is in lockdown.
Yes, martial law.
Councilorman Himwick has taken the seat and has thrown the district into martial law, and everyone who is not within their homes will be treated as hostile. And
That's way more than martial law.
there are some, at least guests. I don't know if they're a member here.
She is a guild member, yes.
Well, then we do have a guild member here who, at least 2 people. One works in the Palace District. The other one apparently lives there and has cats there.
Who is the 2 individuals within the guild?
I only recognize one
Asha
by
is
sight.
one.
The other one I've never seen before.
Yes, I know Asha. She frequents Asha frequents an establishment that I go to. I know
Asha.
her decently well.
Would I know them?
Pink.
She's fairly new, pink hair. Faye.
Oh, is it the person, the shaman person that wanted to commune with spirits here?
You'll find that she's
Potentially. She was joining my department after a couple more weeks. I was giving her some time to establish herself as a guild member proper.
And who's
We could do what?
I forget. Go ahead.
But actually, this is an important question, so I want to figure that out. So Asha and the other person? Use description.
They were green skin, black, dark clothing.
Green skin, black. Were they a tree? This is a tree person.
No.
No,
that wasn't Saris.
He seemed newer. I did not recognize them.
Yes, I think they were.
Perhaps a new visitor.
Can you send me a picture later? Sure, if you want to check, but don't talk to them yet. We don't have any plans, so just verify that they're there.
Yes.
I did suggest that if any of the members who did live in the Palace District need help,
I was going to offer that.
To reach out with a guild.
We did the same thing with the demon attack when Elise was stuck in our lab.
Probably a wider announcement to the guild might be needed because I don't know who lives where.
I can do that. I can do that later tonight.
But aside from the Children of Siegfried and this very recent update with the Palace District, that was all I had.
Was that counselor, the one that did the martial law, is that someone anybody knows Matt?
He was here a few weeks ago.
Jonas Himwick.
Yeah, he was here recently.
Was here a week or so ago.
He runs.
Because the last name rang a bell.
Pale skin, black hair,
Blue
vibrant blue streak.
Oh. Was he a wedding planner?
A long coat.
Hmm?
He's a spirit of a sort.
Was he a wedding?
Oh yes, he
Wedding
was
planner?
offering to be at least a honeymoon planner. He apparently runs a travel agency.
Travel agency that enacts harsher martial laws than some dystopian dictatorships.
Had a very
I think
interesting
the travel agency might be
conversation
a
with him in
front.
the library.
Obviously.
So, from what I gathered, in the rather blunt conversation I had with him for nearly an hour in that library, he is. That agency is very much one of several businesses he has. I also know he's in bed with other politicians like McKay.
I've been to his agency at least once. It's a mercenary guild, I believe.
He is
Okay.
incredibly ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
And
Entrepreneurs usually are.
to some, his morals may be questionable.
Yes, quite so.
But he's
You
someone
don't
that
get
very
embedded
much takes
politicians
advantage
without
of
that.
his-
No, you
He's
said
someone that very much takes advantage of any situation he's in.
He would be
Did a quick
stupid if he
sweep, I
wasn't.
couldn't find the individual.
Or if he didn't.
Hmm.
They may have
Well, you
left
couldn't-
them.
So what?
Yes, they might have.
You couldn't
left.
find it? Okay.
No, I did a quick sweep of the internal. Didn't find them. So unless they're out in the
Very well.
backyard, they have already left.
So, Sager, do me a favor. Send me a picture of this individual if you have them. If you have a picture. And second, when you send the picture, just send a reminder to put an announcement for the whole Palace District thing.
Of course.
Can you send me a copy of that report later so I can read it?
I'll send you it, yes.
Yes, it'd be nice.
It's
to know what to
very
look for.
small, but the information was new to a degree, which is why we're uncertain
Yes,
of
that's concerning.
the age of it and whether or not
Hmm.
if that was always the case or if it had been updated at all.
It is, what was the whole old saying, plan for the worst, hope for the best, and you always be pleasantly surprised.
I'm trying very, very hard. Goodness, it's been a week.
Anyway,
I can certainly get my file flagged for, in case anyone goes looking for it.
Yes, please do,
I'm
darling.
pretty sure I have a favor I can call
can
in
try
with
and
either
put a-
Jack or Poi or somebody.
I can try and put out a few feelers myself, see if I can get any info on these guys.
Regardless. Is that the last of it?
Their movements,
That's
positions.
all of it.
areas of
Otherwise, it's been a
interest.
rather uneventful week for us.
For you,
I'm
maybe.
glad
For
that's
me.
it.
For me.
Yes.
I've been doing so much wedding planning and mediation among the yokai.
Oh, yeah.
Here, he's going to hand over an envelope. The list of materials for the reconstruction.
I'm going to go back
It's
in my
mostly
office
just
and
lumber and stone.
finish.
Thank you, dear.
Back into the paperwork pile.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thankfully, I have cats.
Sorry to take up your lunch break with
Jaden.
work. Yeah.
Jaden, 1 second. What were those two names that you said before? Maxine and...
Oh, Baldrica. The children of Siegfried are a cult of dragon hunters who
familiar. I do know
they bastardized the name of
if I'm not mistaken, they are...
Sigurd.
Oh, I see. That's
I was named after the hero who they named their cult after.
Yes, quite
He
ironic, I would
himself.
say.
Yes, Sigurd slayed the dragon Fafnir. The dragon was evil, but Sigurd ended up having immortality. after slaying the dragon, eating his heart, and bathing in his blood.
No, you said
I see.
This group seems to just classify all dragons as evil and seek to eradicate all of them.
see if they're willing to take a
If it's not human, then burn it with fire, I suppose.
Essentially.
You'll find groups like that anywhere you go, really. Like the
Unfortunately.
all over again.
initially made their attacks on
Though,
I've been wanting to.
the new information changes some things.
Yes, it certainly does.
Confusing to say the least.
If I can do anything to assist either of you, do let me know.
Of course, and we
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Of course.
I'll keep an eye on it.
I'm glad I can provide.
Alright, back to your gossip.
Oh, goodness, I hope there's some gossip. Oh, please let there be some good
Wouldn't want to
gossip.
keep her from that.
Busy.
I'll check back out.
Yep, just try to get an idea of where these guys need to be focusing their attentions and whatnot.
Actually, I want to try something.
Oh?
It's gonna be a bit of air. Step on that.
Get a listening device, Roland. Just in case.
Get a listening device? I can make a swarm of them.
Yeah, just something small.
Now you should be able to walk on a stream of air.
Oh.
Thank you, my love. After we have already avoided all the blood. Oh, I see how it is.
Well, you moved far too fast for me to stop you, my dear. Otherwise, I would have done it sooner.
Well, he's generally trying to run away from the blood.
Is it just me, or did you change your hair color recently, Wolfram?
I stopped dyeing my hair.
I see. So that's
Good job on covering the gray.
That's good. I think it makes him look distinguished.
Well, I figured if I'm no longer hiding, what's the point in keeping up the disguise?
Fair.
True.
It is different texture.
I felt the
I
same
like
way
it.
when I got here.
Yes, I don't use the new stuff you can buy in the store. I make it myself.
That's me without the extra.
The Metaverse has been quite freeing. No need to wear masks here anymore, which is nice.
Indeed.
It comes with its own slew of problems, but it also relieves some.
You have no idea how long I've been working on that.
I see.
A little bit of ice, a little bit of wind.
For me, I just fly by way of enchanted parasol. Though every time I do it, somebody compares me to Mary Poppins. It happens inevitably every single time.
I have no idea who that is.
It's a flashy way to walk around as well.
True.
Mary Poppins is from this movie. It's I believe a nanny who helps out some children, and by way of of cartoon antics, I believe. And she floats about with an umbrella. That's how she gets from place to place.
I suppose there were things to be compared to.
Yes, I suppose there are.
Thank you, my love.
Of course.
Oh dear.
With some big wings. Oh, Evelyn is around.
were trying to get your attention.
Here, apple pie with vanilla ice cream.
Well, my dear, remind me to send a message to Keith.
Alright, darling.
I have a proposition I want to talk to him about.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Would you happen to be free at any time soon?
At the moment, yes.
You sound tired.
Oh, are you
It
pulling
has
her
been one of
away?
those weeks.
No, I just simply want to ask if it's okay for next week to be a meeting for our staff.
Of course, dear.
Seems we have another
Does
individual
that mean you're
here
feeling better? I thought you were going to be on leave for a bit
affected by
longer.
the Palace District situation.
Oh,
I
is
just
that
need a
so?
distraction at this point.
Yeah, the
Hey.
rat folk there sitting on top of the large beanie.
I made pie.
They're a new member by the
You
name
want some pie?
new visitor by the name of
Yes,
Twitch.
please.
They were asking if we offer
Cherry, apple, or key lime.
Cherry.
We also have ice cream with it.
I believe we do. Worst
Would,
case,
would you like an a la mode?
help them find a place.
Yes.
Buy a hotel.
Worst case, they
Sure.
can stay with me.
Okay. How many scoops for you? Because I know you would like a lot of it.
Make sure they
Normally.
a picture for
Two. Okay.
for eyes, just in case we can't get in contact
Right.
with them.
Gotcha. All right, I'll offer them.
What treats I'm looking right about now?
And then eyes can figure if there's room here for him.
Yes, we can put something together.
All right.
Oh dear.
Are you okay? You don't sound okay.
It's just been a long week. Lots of wedding planning and mediation between the yokai. Okay.
Why is Mr. Sigurd's hair not brown?
That is his original hair color, darling. He stopped dyeing it.
Sigurd, would you like some pie?
Oh!
What kind?
I was
That's
just
what
gonna
I
ask, is
said,
it going
and then
for
I
that old
actually
fox
learned what
look?
happened.
Apple.
Hmm?
Would you like some ice cream with it?
That's what I said, and then I learned what happened.
Sure.
Okay.
What do you mean, what
You know,
happened?
And I figured. What do you mean? What happened?
He withstood a whale.
What?
At least that's what my theory is, anyhow. I don't know for certain.
A what? No. No, he just dyed his hair.
I wasn't talking
So he is
about
going for that old
Wolfram.
fox look.
Oh.
I wasn't talking about Wolfram. I was
When
talking
do we turn to someone else? Oh.
That's not what I said, Kise!
I'm very confused.
You get confused about
Oh.
damn near everything!
I have had so much work this week.
No. When she has food in front of her, thank you.
Oh.
When she has food in front of her, she's going to focus mostly on that.
I heard, why is his hair different? I said it is because he dies, and he stopped. And then you said, is it because of this reason? And I was very confused.
That was the same excuse that Eyes used when he first showed up with the white streaks in his hair, and then I've actually figured out why he had those.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
why did I hear
No,
you
this is
say
not
that?
our case.
Because he slipped up and said Mona. What he
Oh.
meant to say.
Poor Charlotte.
Instead of mostly, I said monally.
I am so glad this is not how I get bigger.
Hmm.
She gets
Oh,
distracted.
I'm so glad this is just good mana.
I'm aware. Don't worry. Mostly with pretzels and cheese.
Well, maybe having more masks to work with wouldn't be so bad.
What the fuck? Why is my phone going off?
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Oh shit, that reminds me I have to message Maya back. meet up with her to we'll find time to pick up that scrap metal from her.
Okay, never mind. It's just the pack comms going off. Okay.
Are the pups okay?
Want the last bite of my apple pie and ice cream?
Trying to turn their vegetables into projectiles again.
Maybe.
So I get to spend my day tomorrow rendering lard to cook their vegetables in, seeing if that'll make them more appealing.
Oh,
Have you
very
tried
good.
mixing some of the vegetables and things like curry or
Indeed.
sandwiches?
I've tried it, mixed success. The boys still won't eat peas.
I didn't like peas either. I guess it
One
makes
of them's
sense.
fussy about pumpkin, one of them's fussy about carrots. 3 of them are fussy about broccoli.
I love pumpkin.
Broccoli's good.
Pumpkin's delicious. Have you ever
Pumpkin's
eaten it when it's
fucking
been
delicious.
slow roasted with a little bit of honey on the top?
Been that for me for quite a while, and even gave me a place to
That
live
reminds
for
me.
a bit of time.
I need a message, Daisy. Put in an order for some jars.
Yes, as do I. I need to get my supply up again for the...
Pie.
I figured. Oh, how did I know it was gonna be that? I figured. Why did I expect something different? Pumpkin pie is the best pumpkin.
Well, good enough with you.
Also, something I discovered
For the
recently
accessory,
that people
then.
absolutely sleep on. Pickled banana peppers. And I say that because I accidentally ate half a jar of them.
Popular in Japan.
Ah, Keith.
Oh. Hello, darling. Goodbye, darling.
Oh, he's security. We should probably fill him in as well.
Is he still at the moment?
Probably should.
Is he not on leave for his family?
Either way, he should still be aware.
I suppose.
Although I can do this conversation, you don't have to. You can find your gossip.
True.
What else?
If there is.
Yeah, because from what Michael told me, babies crave 3 things: sugar, fat, and protein.
They're gonna
Oh
love the
my,
sugar
well-
part. The other one's a struggle.
I am fully aware they love the
I haven't
sugar
got my
part.
fill today.
I'm gonna go walk.
Let's see this different texture.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yes, it's silkier. The dye generally makes it coarse to a degree.
Yes, I've noticed.
No amount of oil I had whatever fixes that.
Oh, no need to worry about that anymore.
Totally understandable given the world's current situation.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it's the fair shit, I don't care. I don't pay attention to the news.
Oh, what's got you upset?
Something in my home dimension.
Oh, 1 second.
Hey.
Who here has some gossip for Kise to listen to?
Yes, I was going to ask. Oh.
Michael does. There you go.
Wonderful. Do tell, darling.
I said they do.
Wait,
They're
who's
apparently
they?
dealing with an issue in their home dimension.
Oh. That depends on whether gossip. It depends on how frustrating it is. But see, now he is being pulled away. So now you have to come up with some gossip for me, Michael.
I had
God, it's like high school.
Yes.
I need honey.
God.
Well, I need to put in a
What
jar
is it?
for honey.
I'm trying to think of something that won't like be betraying someone's trust.
Just
Sushi.
regular honey, about a dozen jars.
I can think of some.
Oh, you don't have to name names, dear.
Walk past
Oh.
a friend earlier today. He didn't even say hi to me.
Oh,
How dare.
rude. Goodness, did you give them a piece of your mind afterwards?
Is always available. Yeah, I should have. I gave them flowers on Valentine's Day. Didn't even call me.
They ignored you. Oh, darling.
Where you go, but it's usually pretty good.
Terrible.
Where's the marathon to play?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, for a dozen jars.
Oh, the trolley's right in front of us, right over there. You can just put it on there.
Some of us also for
Oh, Sunday.
so I needed it to be
Oh, someone is fancy.
They're still my friends. They were really
actually going to be
I'm
considered
not
my
actually
normal
upset.
carbs at this point.
They're still my friends. I just wanted to appease Kise.
Well, good. Oh, please tell me you have some good gossip.
Compliment.
Sunday. I made pie. Do you want some pie?
I would love some.
It's right there. It's key lime, cherry, and apple.
You might have seen in the comments at some point, but in case you haven't, got somebody else
What is a
with
key
me
lime?
for,
It's a citrus-based pie.
yes.
Citrus, like oranges? I love oranges.
Or with lime, but yeah. Not oranges, but yeah.
I don't think I've tasted lemons. That's interesting.
Before you arrived.
Have you tasted lemon?
I like it.
It's a bit of a light citrusy flavor with some cream, because it's a cream-based pie. You'll be surprised how many people say that, but when it's offered, they don't take it. They always go for like the cherry, the apple. Oh, there's key lime pie right over there.
That's very
I
much
approve
like
of
cherry.
So many people.
I approve of this a lot.
You're offering sweet foods to a honeybee, Michael. Of course she's gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's also cherry. That's a lot sweeter.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need just sugar. Well, I mean, I don't turn down just things that are just sweet, but I like some variety, you know.
Yeah, variety's the spice of life.
True.
Yeah.
Literally.
Floor time.
Floor time. It's pillow time for me.
Time for floor.
Yes, very much pillow time. Very much pillow time.
Hold on, there's gonna
Floor time important.
slide
Hello.
to the floor.
So,
Floor gang.
recently discovered how many attempted suitors tried to hit on my sister as of late.
Oh.
Oh.
A charmer, is she?
Oh, fuck,
Mhm.
if only there was
Well,
willing to kiss me.
Most of it's for her title, admittedly, but I would like to think that she's still lovely in her own violent ways.
Oh.
I see.
I am satisfied.
Mostly the time, it's effectively, hey, if you can beat me, you can go the fuck ahead, and, well,
That's
they
very
don't
funny.
end up beating her.
That's very. I used to do that. That's very funny.
Really?
It wasn't physical combat. It was games, chess usually, or other things.
I called it.
Yeah.
That makes
They get
sense.
very angry because a boy beat them and they didn't took too much of a hit to their.
Oh, that pleases me greatly.
Normally it would be the opposite in the brothels. We had at least a few Oiran that were very, very good at Go and Shogi. So all the shogunate would come along when they were in town. They would come try to play with her.
Well, that was part of the test. If they were okay with me being smarter than them in one aspect, they were usually a gooder sort of people.
A test of
Really?
if so to say.
Yeah.
Because I kind of assumed that they would win.
How they are.
Mm-hmm. Of course they did. You know, if any of them were actually genuinely smart, they would have realized that you choosing the game immediately probably would have been a hint that you're actually good at that game.
I wouldn't choose. I would just have the chessboard out in the living room of my room, and they'll point at it.
Ah, so you make the choice obvious then. Okay, that's actually a little smarter in that tactfulness. The only issue is what happens if they choose a game that you actually weren't good at.
That never happened.
It's still something to consider. Well,
I'm not being pursued anymore.
Now. So I'm saying it. That consideration's out the window at this point.
I mean, that's a bit of a shock. Actually, wait, are you? I would say that's a bit of a shock because you look like you'd be a hit, but then I realized I don't know if you're taken or not.
It's a bit of a weird terminology. I always found the word taken like you're being.
Available, I guess I should say.
No one in my
I am in a
relationship is monogamous.
I am in a relationship, but neither of us are monogamous.
Fair enough. I can very much relate to that, considering
Yeah, that part I didn't know about.
I got one of my lovely girlfriends.
Most of Canopus is either poly or some kind.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about the home in that regard. I feel like I should learn more. Although admittedly, some of it I may not like.
There's always aspects to a culture that are bad.
Oh yeah, no, mine's definitely a big show of that.
Same thing here for mine.
No. Oh, what are you talking about? My culture is fabulous.
That's the exact opposite of my homeworld culture. They're very dead set on monogamy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Poor on them.
Free love, baby.
They don't get a lot of choices.
Morgan nearly had a
They only have one
the first time
choice.
she met Mocha.
Oh.
So, Morgan thought that I was engaged to Mocha when she first met her because Mocha was pregnant with my kids.
Oh, yes.
And white people have very strict. Basically, all marriages are arranged. You get.
Oh, yes, that sounds familiar.
That also sounds familiar. Not all marriages, some.
Sounds familiar.
And
they go in the
sink into
fluff.
the pillow of comfort.
Hence,
The arranged
Morgan being very
marriage cannot
confused when I
touch
told
me
her
in
it's
the
like,
pillow.
no, I'm not engaged to Mocha. No, she technically.
Can't touch you at all here, really.
There's not even really a label of what me and Mocha are. We just are.
You are.
That is.
Because.
That is the easiest way to say
also
yes.
Echo, and then there's also Saya and Ethereal.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That is.
Mocha does what she wants.
Spiderweb.
But be
There are
careful.
different terminologies for poly relationships. Usually, like a throuple would be 3 people that are equally together, and then you have a spider web, which is can have like more than 1 people together, and then it goes off to another couple because that person's there, and it just kind of spreads out.
Yeah. Guess I'm in the
Peace in the Valley.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few. There's a lot, so many.
I'm actually polyamorous too, I discovered.
Nice, darling.
Also, look, do the thumbs up. Look at this. I was taught this by Andrew. Thumbs up fist bump.
I don't know directly, I suppose.
I'll have to keep that in mind for later.
It's pretty normal.
Too much thought.
Well, it's pretty normal to not know.
Listen to pick up the baby and put in lap.
If my parents knew. Oh god. Okay.
Which one disturbed your parents more? The fact that you're dating
My
someone who's
parents
super
knew
wealthy,
kind of
or
stuff
the
that I
age
was
difference?
getting up to on this planet. See the light of day again.
Age difference.
Yeah, because if I recall, Linder is significantly older than you. Mind you, I can't judge. I'm with women who are centuries older than me. I think the fuck's got dizzy.
Indra's old, like, ages human characteristics. So when I'm gonna say this, understand that, put it in a human understanding. She's currently 52, or 53. I don't know. But Canopans, because of the nature of how we developed for having increased medical care, a lot of other reasons, our life expectancy is a lot higher than the average person. If, like Indra, for instance, who had access to every single medical thing that you can get because she was wealthy, even though medical care is free in Canopus, she would probably live to around 190, 200, around there.
A long time. Yeah.
Same thing for me. So I would, like, right now I'm 25, 26. I'm about if I was still normal like this, if I was like my human version, I don't know how long I live now, I would probably be a quarter through my lifetime.
When I'm
Makes
about
sense.
24.
Yeah.
Not even less than that.
I mean, I'm going to
What
be
is it?
around 24.
I'm older than you.
But
That's weird.
You're also older than me.
How old are you, Mike?
25.
It's okay for me to ask.
Give it a
It's
few
still
months.
okay for me to ask for that. It's okay for you to ask for the next 5 years, and then I'll stop answering.
How old do you think I am?
Fair enough.
I know how old you are. You told me.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did.
I think you're 20 now. Last time I checked, it's been long enough.
21.
Oh, okay. Wait.
How am I older than you?
How old are you, Mimikyu?
24.
I'm older than. Wait. How old are you? You don't. I'm older than everyone in this room except for Kise and Keith.
I'm 27.
I was about to say, kid, I'm bordering
What about
500
Sig?
years old.
I don't know if you can beat Sig.
Oh, children.
800 years old.
I don't think I can beat Kise. I don't know. How old are you, Kise?
Metaversally, I am 400 years old.
Just getting close to 700 or so.
800.
See? Kise is older than you.
Oh, by the gods, it is true.
2725 in my home dimension.
I have a thing for older women.
Nothing wrong with that.
I see.
Sometimes we like a little maturity.
Wait. I also have a thing for older women.
Maybe me too.
We got jackets. We don't have
I mean,
jackets.
considering who I'm gonna go on a date with, yes,
That
absolutely.
stride, kid, because I'm over 800 and I'm dating a woman that's 2,000, or married to a woman that's 2,000 years old. Jesus.
I can't. There comes a certain point with ages that I can't conceptualize it. It just feels like symbols.
She's a demon. That's the reason.
I understand that.
Definite lifespan.
I understand, but
Yeah.
my parents would call that being rich-blooded.
Maury's 225, Moker's 480 something.
Yeah, like when it starts getting above like 400, when it starts getting above like 400, it stops meaning anything. Well, I think it's because where we are, this whatever, I think it's Metaverse, whatever you call it, most people you walk up to, either they're going to be like 20 or they're going to be 6,000, and there's no in between.
The one thing that I definitely look for is I gauge mental age very, very directly. Like, where are you at mentally here?
Yeah, so mature rate of your species. Because like,
Don't even get me started on synthetics.
I'm about like human
Synthetics can be
like
1 or 2 years
most of my
old
humans,
and be
I'm mostly
completely
human in
developed
lifespan.
adults.
oh,
I mean, it might be.
Technically speaking, that makes you older than me.
Oh. I mean, yeah. I don't think. Yeah.
More so than it's a little weird.
What I've learned when it comes to synthetic aging, it depends on their mental development rather than their physical age. If they still are not grasping certain concepts, that I consider a child. If they understand every adult-based concept, they're an adult.
What's interesting to me is that I agree 100% with that, but there is a deep-rooted part of me that if someone walked up to me and said, "I am 6 years old," it's going to take me back. I understand this is
I
for
agree
you.
with that. I agree with that because I have the same reaction.
For 1 second, it's not. It's not because that didn't happen. It's not because of anything, but because it's just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame the other person. I'm not going to be like, yeah.
I understand. I'm the same way, Michael. I have the same reaction. I come from a planet that's mostly elf-populated. Anybody under 100 is a baby to me.
Keith, you remember
It's
how
me,
stupid
baby.
I was 2 years ago?
Yeah,
I could barely speak common.
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything.
Focusing in on the conversation a little bit.
Oh,
'cause a lot of people
absolutely.
are talking over each other, so I have to kind of pinpoint where I need to pay
Nor deny
attention.
anything because you hate being called unintelligent in general, and it pisses you off to no end. So I'm not saying anything. With all due respect.
Oh, I know.
Well, I think most people
I was
wouldn't
more
like being called
making an
unintelligent.
observation. Well,
Yeah.
You were
so
you were
2 years
lacking
ago, I
in
was very much lacking knowledge of a lot of things.
ignorant. I would say ignorant, not stupid.
Well, yeah. Ignorance is lack of knowledge. Stupid is lack of capacity. Those are distinctly two different things.
Wait, if you asked me to build you something like a fishing spear, I could do that in half a day without any second thoughts about it. However, if you asked me to reprogram one of those computers in there, good fucking luck.
Here's the thing that I realized a long time ago.
Want me to program something?
Yeah.
Sure. Want me to build something like that? No.
I realized something a long time ago. People are very smart, and when you talk to the smartest people on the planet, because I've done that where I talk to people who are experts in their field. They're experts in that particular field. You move the scope to something else, they're as ignorant as anybody else.
That's what I was
just because they
about
happen to be
come about.
particular.
How you doing? If you talk to me about forensics, if you talk to me about forensics, mercenary work, or bounty hunting, got me all, or security work, or espionage, anything related to the CIA or FBI, compartmentalized intelligence, you have me all day long. Anything else? What? Huh?
Yeah.
The big thing that I always just come to it is that people are smart in different ways more often than not.
Yeah. I've been trying to expand my knowledge lately, so I can be more than that. But go on,
If you ever
Brayden.
want to
Sorry.
learn the breeding habits of fish and aquatic life, go talk to a mermaid.
Sometimes I even actually equate stupidity oftentimes in terms of the aspect of common sense. For instance, I consider it sometimes stupid for someone to try to step up and immediately take both responsibility and action towards something that they have no experience in. Like, for instance, oh, clearly I can cook this. It seems simple enough. Surely using these tools I've never used before in my life, I'll figure it out and burn the entire kitchen.
The first time I tried cooking anything, I was 5
It's
years
called
old and I set my
hubris.
tail on fire.
There you
I
go.
know this guy by the name of Hephaestus, who has, to his chagrin, tried to cook since I've known him. He's followed recipes. He's done everything he can to try and cook. He can't. For some ungodly reason, he can't. He will catch the building on fire. He will blow something up. Something catastrophic will happen in that kitchen.
That name sounds familiar. Was that scientist that tried to apply Western concepts to handling a Omnio out in Orlando, Saka?
Yes,
Trent,
probably.
well, lab coat?
Lab coat, mandibles, fox, wolf ears, gray hair.
Ah, yes, the imbecile who almost got us all killed.
When I worked on a mercenary ship, and I was a janitor and / cook for them, I learned one particular thing. If you go to an engineer and for a solution to the problem, you're going to get an engineering solution. If you go to an administrator, you're going to get an administrative solution. If you go to a cook, you're going to get a cooking solution. It's just what they know.
I fucking like that statement. Michael, I relate to that so much.
I mean, for me,
it's true.
I would love to see what your cooking solutions are to various topics, Michael.
There was a solution where there was low morale because of a bad mission, and the cooks decided we're going to throw a party to put morale back up. That's a cooking solution.
When you were in the Marine Corps, you learned very quickly that the Marines are only good at two fucking things: blowing shit up and get women pregnant.
I pity your armor.
Oh.
Yeah, I could say the same thing about the Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, at least to them, they actually had cultural aspects that they tried to further.
That's also a fair point.
I worked in a forward support company as a intelligence specialist when I was younger for the Marine Corps back home in one of the first or second resource wars before the fall. And oh my god, the dumb ass shit we did. One of my favorite ones was blowing up a fucking supply train with a submarine scuttling mine.
Jeez. did any of you ever hit the big red button? You don't know what I'm talking about.
One? The nuke button?
You don't mean...
No, not the nuke button, the one that was in your car.
Oh,
that big red button.
Oh, the one in my fucking Dodge? Before I had it installed? My kid did.
He tried teaching me to drive once.
You remember
Emphasis on
Amaretto?
once. Yeah, I remember Amaretto.
Little shit.
I don't drive, so
And the car went from going 60 miles an hour to 210 miles an hour.
Oh god, that's like triple the speed.
He was...
A desert highway.
What span of time?
He took me up
From
the
60
same
to 200
highway
in
and tried
how
to teach me how to drive. I hit the button not knowing what it does. I crashed his Dodge into a patch of... Yeah, there was a lot of cactuses. He didn't let me drive again after that.
At least it wasn't in a city where there was a wall. Because
I still had to pay for the paint job.
well, yeah.
You did.
It's okay. I don't drive anyway, so.
Yeah.
The fact that
Also,
you
cactus is
drive
surprising.
a station wagon pulled by two undead horses is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, Jane drives using a different type of
I have
horsepower.
a question.
Exactly.
Since it was something that came across to mind, what were some of the things that y'all will try to do to increase morale in circumstances, say just in a group, even if it's not militaristic?
I got an answer to that.
Lighten the mood.
Music, alcohol.
You what?
Very blood.
I am not even surprised.
I mean, sex is definitely a motivator.
That sounds like a very Canopian answer.
Yeah.
Video games. alcohol, food.
I mean, they want us from my mom.
Kise hasn't complained either.
Alcohol.
No.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah,
one time,
that she hasn't.
whenever things were more out back when I was in service, one of the people I served alongside, Iris, they were to hack into one of the higher ups Netflix accounts and would host Netflix parties whenever shit was going down, and
fucking leaves and shit.
like even though technically against we weren't allowed to do that, it was still a thing that helped us get through a lot of bad moments. Just being able to watch some shit TV and be able to laugh over it.
Used to make these really, really good stuffed mushrooms. It was like anything back home regarding food. It was first come, first serve. I finally
Mushrooms are so nice.
I finally got some mushrooms that I had been waiting for all day. And then Morgan's big fat pregnant ass walks up to me, just takes them out of my hands and eats them in front of me.
I think for the most part, in terms of I had to go.
No. Boo.
Even well.
They're alive? Like the books?
One time way back when, when we were set up at camp somewhere, we all circled by the campfire, and we were close enough to a river that we were actually able to get some good fish.
Too much on your
Tried
part.
roasting them over the fire, and
Really?
oh yeah, like
Very-
I
this would have been a good one.
didn't know anything about cooking, so like.
Hey, at least the first time.
Oh, Flux.
In order to excellent pop was like one of the best meals we had.
Where's you, Flux?
Oh, Flux just took
like that.
Hey, Roland, I think Twitch might have fallen asleep on top of the bed.
You done?
I think.
Yeah, it's I'll wake him up when it's time.
A little higher.
Speaking of the time.
There you are.
No worries. I'll shout for him. But no,
Okay.
Necromancer
Yeah,
recently
Charles
tried to
is
go
not-
over
this is not my place.
That didn't go well for him.
Was no vodka.
Oh.
But he did absorb an artifact. And
Oh, my ear, I'm gonna feel bad.
Music game we used to play.
back.
Mm.
There's a lot that's happened. I'm a little
I
was just about to say, I was going to come find you because I'm starting to hear
Yes.
a certain large dog give me his report in my head.
satiating
I see. It is that time, is it not? Ugh, so tired.
Indeed, I believe you are also the only department head here.
Preoccupied with the wild.
That is true.
People asking for things.
We've left it
Well,
ruined before, but
It's cooking, but for
there's
a lot of fun, it's
And my
drugs and alcohol.
golems, oh my golems.
That's right.
I mean, we can leave it to Roland. Eyes is in his office.
that is true.
He's gotten a lot better.
It should be fine.
One person would
Sometimes it
just
could be a bit of a
tapping that beat
handful. I
on something.
understand.
And it's like
Ah, just seniority.
musical tone with something
Small
else.
undead
And we
family.
would just see
It would be
how we could
Jaden
begin
in terms of seniority, wouldn't
we
it?
could get going.
Mm.
Sometimes the music was actually quite
What is?
Because I think it's done by seniority.
Complicated.
Whoever's in charge, it's done by seniority. It's rank than seniority.
Mm.
Yeah, certainly so. That's what I do for all of mine. But hey, sometimes it's the most enjoyable.
Let me go inform them before.
Sometimes the music was not so harmonious, but there are times where it was.
It sounds like you've had quite the journey for
Kise and
yourself.
I will be headed out. I
I've
guess
been,
Jaden.
certainly
you'll be in
working
charge
on
for tonight.
You look a lot
Okay. See ya.
more grown.
If an emergency arises, Eyes is in his office, but only if it's an emergency. He's got a lot of paperwork to get through.
You sure I can help George tonight? Not
I've
chop
seen
liver.
Indra's desk though. Indra's desk is so much worse.
Well, do you want to be in charge tonight?
I don't mind.
Well, is it all right with you, Jaden, if Zante takes over instead?
I'm just chilling.
Zante, then you're in charge. I thought.
Lovely.
I wasn't sure if you were on leave or not.
No, I was not.
All right then, Zante,
Thank
you're
you
in
for
charge.
thinking of me, though.
Of course.
All right.
Well, good night, everyone.
Head out. I got business.
Good night, darlings.
Thanks, Wolfram. Later.
Yeah.
Have a good night, you three.
No problem at all. Oh.
Maybe I've gotten shoulder.
I have, in fact, gotten a little bit.
It seems like the Flux is very upset with you tonight.
Somewhat. That is how it tends to go.
You thought it was gonna be a shorty forever.
You know what? A shoulder it is. There we go.
You're on tippy toes. Literally. There you go.
I mean,
Comfortable? Or would you rather be princess carried?
I'm happy to hear that.
Kise
What is
sama.
usually? Oh, you. Well, I do get to enjoy the hair a bit more this way.
I suppose it would, actually.
I agree.
Why?
Harder to read.
Also, you know, when people, I'm a healer.
Then I shall be your mobile.
You know.
I shouldn't
Oh,
be
yes,
doing that to
Jerry.
people.
Good ideas.
But I suppose it does help that.
Have a good night.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, because some people are just idiots.
Good night, you two.
Good night.
I mean, to be fair, if you've got your flaws guts deep inside them and you're working on their organs and trying to fix them.
I'm very much going to enjoy these.
Flick of the wrist, wind to open the door.
So you're going to show me some of that morale boosting later.
Oh, you have no idea. You are going to be the most morally high kami on this plane.
Well, something will certainly be high. Oh, shit.
Where the hell's my chair? I lost
Oh, damn.
it like
You missed Thorgar.
mid-RP. I know. That's why I haven't sat down. I couldn't find... My chair somehow
Oh
got
my
like
god, I was gonna
pushed,
say you were standing so...
I couldn't find...
Oh no!
I couldn't find it. I had no
Thanks
idea
for being
where
here,
it went.
guys.
I need to sit down before I
Shit,
go
can
down
we-
Finra.
Yeah, I would have died. Holy shit. Why is it
Oh, I
not
was
showing
feeling it
me?
in my knee. I'm gonna have to take a painkiller or something.
Because
Because I like... I was walking and I tripped and like my knee buckled hard.
No.
And something popped and it did not feel good. And
Hate it when that
I knew I was
happens.
getting old.
Oh, mood. Fucking mood. Where the hell is...
Well, Keith has been hired.
Hey! Nice.
Oh, I meant to tell him. No, I think Gil, Sig gave him 500 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna hop off for now. Thank you for being here. I should be back for a bit tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'm so tired.
Sig would have told Kise that a DT cannot be trusted, and that was straight from Keith.
Good to know. Okay. But yep, thank you. I'll see you next time. Go find your favorite streamer, send some love from me. Until next time, I'll stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Good
Can I
night.
ask you guys a question?
I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a